welcome back to Vlogmas 2022. Today is day 10, and I actually know the day today. It is Saturday, December 10th, 2022, and I'm actually a little bit ahead of schedule. Not ahead of schedule, because this is still later than I would like to start, but it is noon, so it's a lot earlier than it has been. My mail just came, and I got me a new thumb drive that I can't wait to use today. Oh, that's going to be fun. It's made for mobile, PC, Mac, whatever. But it's a USB-C and a USB-A. I don't know if you can tell that. Oh, I forgot to mute that, but that's fine. Either way, we're going to jump on into the time lapse so I can get going and get this started, and then we can actually have a proper WIP and chat today. Please, let's have a proper WIP and chat today. So, let's go on into the time lapse, and I will see you back here in a couple of minutes. Wrong way. Hello, we are back, and this is the WIP Chat portion. Here, I'm just giving you a little bit more space. That's too much. There we go. Oh, I'm knocking shit over. I am doing everything wrong right now. Just give me a second. How's everyone's doing? I hope your Saturday has been fulfilling. Mine kind of has. Look at how much we have left. Actually, no, we need that tray. We need the dark tray. All of them are light colors. Oh my goodness, and my son's already starting. Oh, looks like we're starting with an AB. So I've been up since about 9:20ish, something like that. A quarter after 9. So, no, I didn't get 2 days in a row waking up early. No. 9:30 is about my average time I wake up. And my mother's like, "Are you ready to go pick up the RV?" The RV completely slipped my mind that I had to pick up an RV today. So, let me on my headphones. I have a stream playing on my headphones and I could hear it and that would distract me, so I was turning it down. Oh, I don't have my headphones on. But so, let me preface this. A few months ago, probably about 3 or 4 months at this point, my mom sold the RV for $2,600. She gave her $600 in paparazzi, because this used to be her mentor or whatever. I don't know how it's in MLM, multi-level marketing. Everybody knows. If you know paparazzi, you know what I'm talking about. So this is the one that my mom signed up under. She wasn't doing too well, so she sold my mother her entire inventory for $600, which it was worth a lot more. And then my mother sold her the RV for the $600 she owed her, plus $2,000. So the price $2,600. Well, the woman couldn't come up with the $2,000. I don't know exactly what happened with the $2,000, but basically, she goes, "Look, we're in a tough time. We just can't spill it, whatever. So I want you to come get the RV." And it had to be today. Why did it have to be today? I didn't find this out until 10 o'clock when we arrived there, why it had to be today. Their rent they would have to pay rent tomorrow for the RV park. So they lived in it till the very last minute. And it wasn't in great shape when they got it. It's an RV. It's an old RV. But it's in a worse shape now. So we went and we took that RV to the farm. I got my extra cage because my rabbits right now are in a cage that I'm not happy with the size. So this one's a little bit bigger. So I went and got that to put 2 rabbits in. Sorry about that. Michael walked in, and I have no clue what I was saying. Oh, we were talking about the RV. Take that to the farm. I get my cage. My rabbits are in a new cage. Now, well, they're not in the new cage yet, but I picked them up my bigger cage from the farm so they can be moved over. Because when I put one in this cage, it was actually big for 1 rabbit, but it's small for 2 rabbits. So I was like, I don't like this idea. I have a bigger cage at the farm. And I did that. I went and got that today. And I'm sorry, I'm a complete mess all the time. Like yesterday, I'm really sorry about what happened. And I did make sure my mic is unmuted today. So we are good. Like I'm double checking. Like, are you working? Are you working? And if I remember anything that I didn't tell y'all about yesterday, I will go ahead and throw that in. But who knows? Right now, the reason why Michael just came all rushing in, talking to me, not even giving me a chance to pause the recording, was he is working on ornaments. So yesterday, the Candy Cane Massacre of 22, one of the ornaments he made from in 2nd grade broke. He was really upset, and so I went into my Etsy supplies, and since I fucked up on the ornaments I was going to make for Etsy, Hi, cat. Sorry. Since I fucked up on that ornament, I was like, you know what? I have 11 ornaments in this box. And it's now too late for me to do anything on Etsy for them. So, you know what we can do? Why don't you make yourself a new ornament tomorrow? And today he comes in while I am working on the time lapse, and he goes, Mom, can you give me permission on an Xbox? So we have him in the Xbox family, you know, our Microsoft family. And so I give him permission to play Roblox. He's 12 years old, so they have decided he can't have access to multiplayer. And I tell him, I'm like, sorry, son, you can't blame me on this. This is not me. This is everything to do with the U.S. government and COPA laws. And without missing a beat, he goes, I hate the U.S. government. I was so proud. But he realizes how much is actually opening up when he turns 13 in July. Cancel, stop it. My tabby cat here is being distracting. You got meow now? You got meow. His mom, this box is wobbly. I can't sit. I'm sitting in his chair. He thinks this is his chair, the one I'm sitting in. Because when I'm not diamond painting, he is laying in it. So he's complaining. He can't get on Roblox and everything. I go, you know what? Remember those ornaments I told you about yesterday? He goes, yeah. I was like, why don't you get some glue? I'll get you some of my glitters, working with resin, you have a lot of glitters. But I do fine glitters because they don't sink. And that's the problem. Why the ornaments didn't work is because they're fine glitter. When I was trying to do snow globe ornaments, and fine glitter does not sink. And I need them to sink. Why is there one still on here? Let's see if I can place those without losing this one. Where'd this one go? Oh, right there. Now I gotta stick them all in. What if I left so much confetti here that this is gonna be more than half an hour? It probably will be. So he's in there doing that. But I go, you're gonna have to ask your grandma for some glue, because all I have is the heavy duty glue gun stuff and the jewelry glue and stuff that I use for resin. I don't have school glue. I don't have pour glue. And you need pour glue to do this. And he goes, okay, I'll go ask grandma. He comes back with tacky glue. That doesn't pour well enough. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. So I go look for my piggy bank that I lost. When I get change or even dollar bills, I throw them in this Coca-Cola bank. And it was buried in the closet, so I pull that out. And I get him $1.55 out of the bank. And I go, I don't know how much it's gonna cost. We live walking distance from a Dollar Tree. And I go, I know it's $1.25 now, so here's $1.55. Go get yourself some school glue. So he goes, he gets himself some school glue. He comes back, he goes, okay, how do I do it? I go, we have one of two options. I can explain how to do it and be completely wrong, or you can go to YouTube University. So that's why he barged in a little bit ago. Is he wanted to know if we had any funnels. I was like, use a piece of paper or a paper plate, or that one's got the coating on the bottom. Use a piece of paper or a paper plate or paper towel or napkin. Find something. You can use that as a funnel. We're turning a disaster into a funny memory, because that's what we're good at. Comedy's really good to lighten the moment and lighten the feel of dread. That's why I always make fun of myself about a lot of things, because it's a lot easier than sitting there and being depressed and upset over something I can't change anyway. And I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing right now. Click, click. That is the camera resetting itself. Oh, another one. Okay, I'm going to actually grab this one, because it might be the same one and throw it in the trash thing. Watch this one be another one. What was I doing? Where was I at? We're looking for two right next to each other. There. This is so hard I picked a color that is just sprinkled throughout, so I might actually pour it back and get to one of these ones that are a little more blocky. Did I just put that on a 3? No, I put that on a 2. And then today, when I start the time lapse, I paused it for something, and I went to go pause it again later, and it realized I never unpaused it. That's the reason why in the very beginning, it was with the first color. It was with the 310. Stop vibrating. With the 310, you just jumped and a new section's done, and I'm switching colors. Like, son of a biscuit. Hold on. I gotta focus real quick. I gotta think about where to start from. We can do it right up here. I'm just trying to see where it's a little more blocky and easier to see them. Telling you, I might end up just sitting there and doing the switching colors and then coming back to this one. Let me switch. There we go. Switch pins. This one's a little sticky. Oh. Today, that's kind of what's good about doing the time lapse first versus the WIP Chat first, is because things can happen. But my life's not as exciting as it seems. It's just, I'm a dumpster fire. I live in chaos. I actually thrive in chaos, so I'm not too mad about it. Does that make sense? I honestly think that, oh my goodness, stop coming in the door. It vibrates the table. So I'm going to just silence my phone so it stops vibrating. That's my Ring doorbell, just telling me people are at the front door. And nobody's ever here for me. And even if they were, guess what? I don't people well. I really don't. I'd rather sit back here and only talk to my kids. That's my life. Like, if I could sit there and have a life where I do nothing, it would be boring as fuck and I'd go crazy. But I wouldn't have to deal with people. Yeah. Sorry, I'm searching over for number 2s because that's what I'm working on. Oh, you can see that I'm working on number 2s. Like, I'm searching with my eyes. That's what sucks when you jump around and it's all like confetti area. Nope. I don't see any more number 2s. But these L's are popping out to me, so we're gonna do L's next. If I come back later annoyed that there's a number 2 I missed, it's my own damn fault for doing number 2s when I did. If you didn't know, I'm gonna do it again. So if you didn't know, with these Harbor Freight containers, all you have to do is, like, if they're like this, where they're up at the top. That was a horrible example. Like this, where they're up at the top. Just that's why you hear me tap them so often. If you watch it not even pick up, and then I look like a lunatic. But yeah, you just tippity tap, and they end up knocking down, and you don't have any spills. Now, if you're being impatient, you end up with a spill over your canvas, and you're like, why did I do that? Oh, things have been crazy. I didn't even open an ornament yesterday, and my mother gave me my ornament from yesterday and today because she hasn't had a chance to wrap them. She's trying to get ahead, because tomorrow I gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and take my mom to the airport at 4:30 in the morning. And I live an hour and 20 minutes from Atlanta Airport. Yeah. I think her flight leaves at 8 or something like that, so she needs to be there at 7. And that is 6 o'clock my time. So that's the whole point of having to leave at 4:30. Yeah, it's crazy. No, what did we say? I don't know when her flight leaves, but her boarding, we estimated her boarding to be at 8. And that's why I wanted her there an hour early, an hour prior to boarding. And she's flying out to Texas for 5 days? 6 days? She's leaving on Sunday, and she'll be back on Sunday. But what she's doing is she's flying out there, so she paid for a one-way ticket. And my husband and my oldest son, my 16-year-old, will be driving here on Friday, so a week from yesterday, and she's hitching a ride with them. And the only reason she can do that is because he doesn't take road trips like I do. When I take road trips, there are no breaks. We are trying to get from point A to point B as fast and safely as possible. And when I mean as safely as possible, I won't do over 80. And so, while he would like to take a break every hour, every half hour, to stop, look at stuff. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, I need to eat something. I'm like, hold it. You can wait to eat. Okay. Yeah, I'm that guy, girl. That person. There are no unscheduled stops. Oh, you didn't have to pee when we stopped for gas? I'm sorry. You know anybody like that besides me? Yeah. But people love taking road trips with me because I make great timing and I plan it out. I plan out everything, including the stop. Hold on, I gotta go back to another color that I had already put away because I missed it. But I make amazing timing and I have everything planned out. And I know, like, if I'm going on a trip with somebody who can't sit in a car forever, like I can, if I'm going on one of those trips and I know it's going to be one of those trips, I will pull out a Google spreadsheet and I will make a list of all our stops. And I will sit there and even include, you have to include gas stops. That's the key thing. And I'll say, okay, half an hour for this gas stop, half hour for a lunch break, whatever, you know what I mean? Or an hour for a lunch break. It's always an hour for a lunch break because you never know. And I'll plan it in full detail. And then we'll get to our, a great example. I love story time. A great example is a few years back, me and two friends took a road trip from Texas, from Austin, where I picked them up at the airport, to Seattle. 1 year, or a couple years prior, we had taken that road trip and we had gone the way through Colorado and Wyoming and all that, which is the fastest way. Well, this time we didn't care about speed. We knew that we wanted to drive through California because, one, I had to pick up another friend in California, in Sacramento area. So we knew we wanted to drive through California. We also knew we wanted to stop in Vegas. And they agreed that they would pay for the hotels along the way because, God forbid we sleep in the car, people. So we drive, and I had it planned out. Our first stop was in West Texas. We avoided I-10 all the way until we got to New Mexico. Because basically, I didn't want to be on I-10 in the El Paso area. I've just heard horror stories my entire life. This has nothing to do with anything except for the fact that my mother said would give me these horror stories because my mom used to work in the Rio Grande Valley. I grew up in Corpus Christi area, and even my friends would tell me stories about how you don't want to be as pale as I am that close to the border. That's when kidnappings happen. And even though I'm an adult now, it still scares the crap out of me. They scared the crap out of me about the Texas-Mexico border. So we avoided I-10. We took I-20. I think it was I-20 or I-40. I don't even remember. But either way, we take that highway all the way until New Mexico, do the transfer, whatever. And we have all these planned stops, and we perfect hand. By the time we got to our friend's house in Seattle, because our Airbnb wasn't ready until the next day. So by the time, and they did that on purpose because they didn't think that I really had it planned out. They had no faith in me. They had absolutely no faith in me. Sorry, I'm looking for more threes. Y'all should know this by now. So they had absolutely no faith in me to get this done and to be great with it, right? They expected to be late getting in, da-da-da-da. But by the time we got in, I had saved us time, and I passed out on our friend's couch. Because we had a friend that used to live in Seattle, our Seattle area, Seattle suburbs. And we asked them, hey, can we crash on your couch for a night? And they offer us the entire week during PAX. Because we were going to PAX West in Seattle. And we're like, no, we're not going to impose. We're not going to impose. It just need one day, And so we get there, we're socializing. Next thing I know, I am waking up to them talking about the night before's oh God, what did they play? They did virtual reality. They were playing VR. They were sitting there talking about all about last night's VR session. I go, wait a minute. What happened? They go, you sat down on that couch and you were passed out. Just gone. And my buddy, the female who owns the house, it was female and male couple. So she is sitting there and she goes, yeah, they were talking about how great timing you made and how you did really well on your planning. And it's like, why can't they say this stuff when I'm awake? My friends like to sit there and compliment me when I'm not around to hear it. Come on, I need the validation. I really need the validation. And they talked about how surprised that I did it, how I was able to plan it out so perfectly down to the letter of leaving the hotels in the morning and actually doing it on time. And if we got stuck in traffic or whatever, because of the fact that I planned half hour for this, hour for that, we ended up making up with just regular driving without even speeding. And I didn't even drive the whole way. I think through Arizona, I slept. Yeah, because we talked about going to Winslow, Arizona after the fact, saying we missed our opportunity. But I was asleep all through Arizona anyway. Yeah. So it was fun. But like I said, I knew that it wasn't just me, it wasn't just my kids who have grown accustomed to the way I, travel across the country, and these are friends that I really didn't want to alienate and get mad at me. And as long as I had it scheduled out and we were following my schedule to the T, I wasn't going to be mad about having to take these stops and everything else. But I did make it very clear to them. I don't stop for bathroom breaks. I don't. Now, if there is a section to where I look at it and I think most likely we will not make it to a gas station before we have to pee, yeah, I'll schedule in a bathroom break. But unless we are ahead of time, we are not stopping at rest areas. We did stop at all the welcome centers because that was like on my thing because I like welcome centers, and that happened to end up being perfect for the bathroom breaks. But that's what I'm saying is they were more than aware of how I travel. And like I said, I was still courteous to them. I was. But either way, my mom can't travel like that anymore. Not with her diabetes and her other problems going on. My mom needs frequent breaks. My mom needs to get up. My mom needs to circulate her blood. But that's the way my husband travels, is the way she needs traveling, not the way I would. So it ends up working out to where she can save, a whole ton of money because the flight price went up, like nearly doubled, if not more, just to fly home. And we're not talking about, oh, yeah, it doubled because of no, we're talking about you buy your tickets one way at a time. And one was $106, the other one was like $250. And the only reason that one was 106 is because it is the first flight out to San Antonio. So, but as I was saying, so she leaves. I gotta be up early in the morning tomorrow. Early. Did I already do pee? No, I didn't. So she's gonna be out early in the morning tomorrow. I gotta be up early in the morning to get her to the airport. And I might even take the kids. I don't know. They're old enough that they can, stay home because one's 12, one's 14. It's not like they're 5 and 4. So it's not a big deal if I don't take them, but I might take them because Sam likes road trips and I will not leave my 12-year-old by himself. Because then I'll come home to the house burning down and I don't need that. Which reminds me, I need to message his church group and say he's not going tomorrow. Because even if I do make it back in time, I really don't feel like waking him up and all that. Come on. And right now my nose is kind of stuffy and I don't know why. It's kind of funny how it waits until I'm recording my audio to get stuffy. Like it wants to mess with my voice. On the bright side, 2 videos in a row have not had their comments turned off right away. Have not had their comments turned off at all. So we had the Black Friday haul video, which I will probably get to it tonight, no guarantee. But I might get to recording the unboxing video, one of the unboxing videos tonight, and get that out in the next couple of days. And the TikTok came out today, so I finished that before I started doing the time lapse and the intro and all that. I still had to finish the TikTok. And normally I'd be like, no, this takes priority. No, it's day 4. I am not letting it go to day 5 without releasing the TikTok, and it has to be released between noon and 3 o'clock. That is the window. That window is actually a very annoyingly researched window for me. And you can ask other people, and they're like, oh no, it's a different time. No. For the diamond painting videos, they only do well if I release between noon and 3 p.m. my time. So I had a deadline. And so I did that first. And that's been out, and that's doing great. What are we? It's almost 5 o'clock, and it's doing well. I think it has like 200 and something views. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not looking at it right now. Last I saw, I think it just broke 200. And that's really, really good for me. And for this series kind of hasn't taken a jump. The only one who's really taken a jump was my Easy Whim series, jumping with thousands of views for every one I put out. But that's the one that I did the research about the time and when to put it out. And then I did the research again with Cauldron of Myrrh. And I think the biggest problem with Cauldron of Myrrh is it wasn't a mystery. You could see what it was. There was no surprise to it. So I think after Vlogmas is over, the only time I'll do mystery kits is for TikTok content. You know, I like it. I like the pressure it puts on me. But yeah, so if anything, I will be doing, I got to do the roll for part 6 for the TikTok video, because there's like 38 parts or something like that. 38 parts I got to get through. It's not like this. But luckily, the sections are like half the size, because I think they started this size and it was just too much work, because I didn't have the time to set aside, and I was doing other things, because I'm not going to sit there and just do one at a time. When I'm doing them for content, I usually have one for content and one for pleasure. Right now, I have 2 for content and 1 for pleasure, and the 1 for pleasure is not getting done. It's not even a Diamond Art Club. It's a Sparkle Queen Creates, but it's not getting done because it's not a priority, which is fine. You know, you don't have to sit there and work on every single whip every single day. And I'm having a blast with what I'm doing, and as long as I'm having a blast, and right now I have no time to be bored. I really don't, and that's fine. I'm refilling my pen. So I'm not too mad about it. So I do have 3 whips, but I'm only working on 2. And a lot of it is all the time is being put to this one because of the interruptions and the way life is. And that's what I was trying to get at yesterday. And again, I apologize for being such a Debbie Downer lately. But yesterday I was getting to the point to where it was like every time I go to do something for myself, everybody needs me and I can't do anything for myself. But if I were just sitting here playing a video game and I didn't make a commitment and there's no importance to it whatsoever to me, people will leave me alone for hours. And before, when I would do the TikTok content previously, I would do everything at night because that's when people would leave me alone. That would be the only time, because we're not talking about this being just for Vlogmas. We're talking about this as a thing for everything I've tried to do when it comes to content. It's like if I start something for content, that's when everybody needs me. And then I feel like shit if I sit there and put them on the back burner, you know? And so it is a juggling act, and I have to prioritize certain things. Like the tree yesterday. I ended up going, you know what? It'll come out late, because in the end, this needs to get done. I need to be present. And at the same time, this, the diamond painting needed to be done, but since it's not a job and it is a hobby and it is a commitment to myself, I was able to sit there and go, okay, let's get this tree back up. What is that on the painting? I don't know. It looks like a gnat or something. Anywho. But at the same time, that put me through a breakdown because one thing, I'm having an argument with myself saying I'm allowed to do things for myself. I'm allowed to focus on my own health, mental health and everything. I'm allowed to sit there and have my own identity besides being mom. But then at the other, the mom side of me is like, yeah, but these kids didn't sign up for that. These kids are, they need their mom, and yeah, they're not babies, but you can't just be absent-minded. You can't just, act like they're out of the house or whatever. Which, I'm not saying I'm acting like they're out of the house, but you know what I mean. I can't just pretend that nobody else exists besides what I'm doing. And I'm not doing that, but yesterday it felt like it because of the fact that, like I said, I had the pressure of the time crunch for this. And at the same time, everything was going wrong. And so I cried, I broke down, I apologized to my mom, I helped with the tree, and then I still sat there and came back in here after we had everything to where they didn't need me, and they wanted me there. They wanted me to help put the ornaments back on the tree. They wanted me to be a part of all that. But I also wanted to do this. Okay, Hansel, give me a minute. My cat. He's like, Mom, let me outside. I'm gonna meow. Which, let me just finish this. Okay, give me 1 second. Actually, it is literally 1 second. I don't even tell y'all. Yeah. He wanted outside. Yeah, I need to retighten the screws on this damn chair. It's making so much noise. It's an IKEA chair. I built it myself. Actually, me and my niece built it. I bought it, and they had it on clearance, and I was like, I really like this chair. And they only had one, so I got it, and I think the box was damaged or something. I don't even remember. It wasn't like clearance. It was literally because something was damaged or something was missing. I think the Allen wrench was missing. And the box was a little bent up. And there was a hole in it, and they said, we can't guarantee that it has all the screws and everything. So that's why it's clearance. And so I got it for like stupid cheap. It was an $80 IKEA chair, and I think I got it for $30. Because they could not guarantee if it had the parts in it or not. Which it did. I lucked out there. I mean, I was all ready to go buy what I needed to buy. Because, like I said, an $80 chair for however much it was. Like I said, I think it was 30. Yeah. And it's got that little leather thing that my cats have ruined. The leather covering. I love it. It's a comfortable chair and everything else. But I bought it, and then it was the first time my niece and I had taken my niece to IKEA. Because we have an IKEA in San Antonio. And this is my niece, Kylie. Absolutely love her. She's basically like my brother's version of me, you know? He has one kid that's like exactly like me. She plays percussion, everything else. Actually, she's on the drum line. I'm so proud of her. She's a little bit hyper, a little bit crazy. She's not your typical girl, you know? I guess, what do they call them now? I think they call them bruh girls instead of tomboys. Yeah. So, took her to IKEA. We bought this chair against my better judgment. And we get there, and I pull the chair out, and I'm like, okay, I'll put it together one day because I'm that person. Where I thought, oh, there it is. I knew I had a spill. And the way I buy things and I don't put them together for like 6 months. And so that's what was going to happen with this chair. She's like, are we going to put this chair together? Are we going to put this chair together? I'm like, what do you mean put the chair together? It's going to sit there in the corner for 6 months before it gets done. She goes, come on, let's do this chair. Put the chair together. So we put the chair together. Wow, so many words. And then it sat in my bathroom forever. I literally bought it for my bathroom chair. Anybody else have a bathroom chair? I did. I still do now, but now mine's a folding chair. I miss those sections. Let's just pull that out and do that near the end. So, I bought it to be my bathroom chair. I did. And then we moved here, and everybody kept sitting in my chair. You don't understand. So it never even got to the bathroom, because by the time I got it here from Texas, we had already had a plastic folding chair in the bathroom. And so I'm like, oh, no need to put it in the bathroom. I'll just, have my own stuff with it, da-da-da-da. And also here, I share a bathroom, or, it's the bathroom with the shower in it, because I don't like baths. I'd rather shower. I don't feel clean in a bath. So this is the only bathroom with a shower, and so it sat in there, And I had already put a folding chair in there, so why sit there and use it then? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have me a chair to sit at the dining room table. That's fine, a nice comfortable chair for the dining room table. Well, the problem was I wasn't getting able to sit into it, no matter what, because there's some bigger people in my family, to put it lightly. Even though I've put on all this weight, I'm still the smallest person in my family besides my kids. And so all these bigger people would rather sit in this chair than in the other wooden chairs, because it was more comfortable and they thought it was more stable. Yet every time they sat in it, they would loosen more screws in it, because before I stole it back from them, I had to retighten the screws. But anyway, and so I got to a point where I got so annoyed by it, and I had just bought this drafting table and put it together. I know, I actually put together something when I just bought it, so it was like it was meant to be in the first place, because like I said, that's rare. But I took it. I took it, I tightened the bolts on it again, and I stole my chair, and it went back in my studio, and it's been here ever since. And I get comments from people in my family like, "Where's that comfortable chair?" Oh, it's my diamond painting chair. I don't say a damn word. I don't say, hey, I moved it because of you. I don't say anything. Even though it's from family that was coming like every other month. This is before my stepdad passed, was when I took my chair back. And this family doesn't really come around now. But yeah. They're his family. It wasn't just them, it's other people. Even my husband's bigger. When he came to visit, he'd want to sit in this chair because it's more comfortable for a bigger person. And I'm like, but it's my chair. When you're a mom, it's really hard to have something for yourself. And so when you buy yourself something for yourself, like when it was my bathroom chair, it was for me, because nobody else used my master bathroom, just me. So when I get a shower, I sit on it, sit on it, dry my feet, dry my body, whatever. You know what you do in a bathroom chair. And it was my chair. And so that's why when it came here and other people were using it, it really, really bothered me, because, like I said, as a mom, you don't get a lot of things be yours. And that's something I've been learning over the past probably 6 years, is it's okay to have things to myself. But it was like, I bought this for myself. This was for myself, for me, and it was upsetting me. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a long WIP Chat. I honestly thought that I had only a little bit to do, but it's all confetti. This was my problem with the TikTok one. It was like a small section of confetti, but when we mean confetti, we had maybe 40 drills needed to be placed on the kit, and like 20 colors. Maybe 60 drills. You know what I mean. It was a tiny little section. But so many color changes, and then I kept missing the final ones. Anywho. Either way, so I need to tighten this chair, because Now with the fact that I sit on it a lot, I haven't tightened it in a year. And my stepdad's been gone 10 months. So, yeah. So I think I need to tighten it. It was funny because when I tightened it the last time, I have it upside down and I'm tightening it, and he's like looking at me. Like, what you doing? That's what he used to do. He'd look at me when I was doing something and he'd go, what you doing? Oh, you need a different Allen wrench for that, when I was sitting there sizing. And it's like, no shit, why do you think I'm sizing Allen wrenches? And I miss that old man. He was great. And yes, there's another 4 that I forgot. Keep your eye on it, keep your eye on it, keep your eye on it. So I'm talking to myself. I'm keeping my eye on it. Get on there. Get on the pin. I almost lost my... where it was. I think we're going to finish up the greens here. I'm just going to go in order and what they are in this tray. It looks like we'll be finishing with P. Yeah. Now I got P in the brain. I had to make sure that I'm not doing P. P, 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 P. Look at me. Toilet humor. And now we're on check mark. So, Mrs. Coffee, I got her up on the stream. I told y'all that, so I had to turn down my headset. And she's doing her co-working stream right now. And I mentioned in her chat, I'm like, that's what sucks about doing a mystery kit, is I can't really, I feel lonely. I can't really be involved because of the fact it's, you got to put a spoiler alert, even though this thing's been out for almost a year. I don't know what the release date is. I know my purchase date, which is the 15th, and it's coming up. So it's basically been a year that it's been out. Yet people are still like, oh, you're doing a mystery kit, you have to give spoiler warnings. And that's why it's in the title, that's mystery kit. I don't say a damn word when we get started. I don't care. Because like I said, it'll be almost a year that this has been out. A huge creator in the diamond painting space has already done this mystery kit. There's no mystery left of it. And even then, everybody knew the name was Christmas House. It's not like you had to sit there and guess the name because it's the first round of mystery kits. And so I said that, and she goes, wait a minute, you're doing an older one? She goes, if they haven't done it by now, they probably know what it is. And so, you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and show your progress. And that just made me feel so much better because, I hang out in her streams because diamond painting in general can be kind of lonely. Because there's not a lot of people who do it in my life. And even then, it's still like a very secluded thing. You just sit there and you put diamonds, and if you don't have anybody who's doing it with you, you can't sit there and talk and whatever. And so one of the things is sharing your progress with everybody. It's probably why I haven't really been posting the Instagram photos. So yeah, it was feeling lonely. And so it felt nice for her to be like that. I like Mrs. Coffee. She's really sweet. And I love her Twitch streams. I love her Twitch streams more than her YouTube streams. Really do. I missed her YouTube stream last night because I fell asleep. And then I woke up and posted the video. I was just so busy getting that out. I really was. This almost done. Here, y'all want to get up close and personal while we do it? So you can see what I'm working on, because I'm working on that section right there. It's like, no. There we go. At least I could center it, right? Oh, what number, or what symbol? 9. And I didn't even shake it up. This is like, I think this is how close I have y'all zoomed in for the time lapse. But I don't even know if it focuses on the letters, if you can see exactly what I'm putting on. I don't know. I'm sorry. I was like, I got silent. I started wiggling. I'm getting happy because I'm seeing it almost done. Seeing it almost done. Oh. I'm just thinking about having to go to bed early. It's crazy. It's like when you were a teenager, going to bed early would be like a dreaded experience. My daughter's really good at it. If she knows she has to be up in the morning, like really early, earlier than normal, she will come to me at 9 o'clock at night and ask for melatonin so she knows she can get to sleep. Yeah. My 14-year-old asks for melatonin. It's not like I just straight up give it to her, and she does have ADHD, so it's, I think we've been over this before. But she'll come to me and she'll ask me for a melatonin. And I go, why do you need a melatonin? She goes, well, I need to be up early. I'm like, okay, makes sense. And so I will give her, I'll let her have a melatonin. It's a 5. It's a 5 milligram gummy. Wow. So I'll give her that, and she'll wake up on time. She'll set her alarm and everything else. She's really responsible for a 14-year-old. I wish I had that type of responsibility. I should tell her that we're going to the airport tomorrow. Then she'll wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, Mom, it's time to get up. Oh. So I don't think I'm going to do the ornament reveal right now because I really don't feel like it. Well, they're behind me, so it's not like it's that far. So yeah, I think once this is done, we'll do this reveal and we'll do the ornaments. We are basically done. There's that P. Remember we talked about finishing with toilet humor? Toilet humor! This has been a longer WIP Chat. I might do WIP Chats afterwards. I really might, but it'll be more like the once a week. And my problem is, how do you condense 1 week into an hour-long video? Like, how do they not go on and on and on? That's the hard part, is like, a lot happens in a week. Or maybe that's just my chaos. I don't know. Oh, I get Starbucks tomorrow. Oh, I just squirreled. How do I stay focused on these things so long with the ADHD? I don't know. They're poking out. You always gotta rub your fingers across to make sure they're not poking out. Some people use rollers. I don't think the rollers really push them back in. I would rather rub my fingers and manually put them back in than trust the roller. The roller has, like, really betrayed me. Okay, y'all ready for the reveal? But Kiona is sitting straight up. Shut up. You shut up. We still gotta reveal. We gotta do it the right way. We gotta flick off the light. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. And zoom it out. Look at it! It's a little soldier man! Or a nutcracker. And if I do this real quick, there's 11 right there. That's tomorrow's. So I don't really have to move it. Oh, yes, I do, because I gotta record a TikTok tonight. Okay, let me get y'all the ornament so y'all can see the ornament. That's my dice set. Oh, it's 2 ornaments. So, she didn't wrap them, and she didn't give me one yesterday, so she's playing makeup. Oh, let me see something. She said one thing, but I think she misunderstood. It just says June 16. So yeah, I think she misunderstood. My mom has been holding on to this ornament for ages. It says, to me from Mom. Oh, there you go. You know my real name. She has been holding on to it for ages, and she meant to give it to me back in, it looks like 2016 based on the year on the box. But it's been a long time that she meant to hand it to me. And it's dusty. The plastic is. Get out of there! Okay, hold on. I'm not lifting the diamond penny. We'll put it on top of that. You ready? A whole new world. What is the point of zooming out if I'm just going to zoom back in? Dark at that. It's Ariel. So this is yesterday's ornament. Yep. And now let's do today's ornament. And then I'll let y'all out of here because this has been a long one. How old is this one? 2002. This one's even older. A lot of old ornaments. It's like she's been planning for years to do this to me. It's a little teddy bear that you can move its legs. Oh, yes. Look at it. It's so cute. Came with a little card. Ow. Yeah, I gotta put these up on the tree. Sir, what is in your mouth? Is that just his scarf? Oh, no. No, it's not. I'm looking at that picture. You can see that picture. It's his necklace. It's a little heart. Look at that. He's on a spool of thread, too. I didn't even notice. See? Oh, I love it. And there's a thimble hat. Oh, it's great. Put these up here. Actually, lay them so you can see them. Okay. With that being said, we are going to get our asses out of here. I got content to record. I got an unboxing to fucking do. Pardon my French. And I'd like to sit there and relax today. It's 5 o'clock. Oh my goodness. That means I might be able to get this out by 8. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 11. And I will remember it's Day 11. Yes, it's going to be an ongoing joke. Okay. Go this way. There we go. Either way, you'll have a wonderful evening. Come back tomorrow. The below description has all the details for all the stuff I use. I'm out of here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, press the button, and comment. The comment section is always open down below. I like hearing from y'all. I'm out of here. Bye. 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 Oh, this way.